Theater of Blood, RuneScape's troubled masterpiece. Let's talk about why it's such an unapproachable roadblock for so many. What's up, nerds? So, I want to make this video to talk about what the main problems are with Theater of Blood and why it can't attract new players. Because it doesn't have to be this way. Theater of Blood could be both approachable and deep and complex. But unfortunately, the way it was made, the way Jagex decided to do things, was it's not particularly approachable, and there's a few reasons why, and I'll put those on the screen now. On this list, you can see I put the most important thing first, and it's a big one. This one sentence describes most of Tob's biggest issues in a bird's eye view. A raid like Tob is not something that 99% of players can solo, so inherently you have to find people willing to take you. Now, why is this a problem, but not so much with a raid like Chambers or Tombs of Masket? Well, for one, Verzik has damage thresholds. You see, when you get to phase 2 of the final boss, it begins to heal. You also have to split damage into things that heal Verzik on top of hitting her. This means when you take a learner, they will do less damage naturally by doing mechanics poorly, but also, when they die, you now have one less person contributing to hit that threshold. This happened to me so many times when I was learning, and I just had to watch my team struggle until they failed, knowing I was the one who made it so hard. This demands a lot of the raiding party, and one death in an average group can often lead to a wipe. Not ideal when you spend all that time to get to the final boss. Not to mention, if you want to try again, you have to start all over. Unless someone is your friend, or is feeling generous, what is the incentive when all a newbie does is decrease your chance of completion? The feeling of being a leech on the raid doesn't stop there. The raid is designed using a chest reward system. In this system, you get supplies like healing potions and prayer potions based on how well you are currently doing at the end of a boss room. If you die enough, you get nothing. This means you have to borrow supplies from other people in your group. Not the best feeling, especially when you're expected to die at the end of the raid. Chambers and Toa both have supply systems not based on performance, and there's a reason why those raids see way more new PVMers. Speaking of those raids, both of them have the option for you to keep trying towards completion even after you die. In Chambers, you respawn with a point detriment, which reduces your chance of getting a good reward. And in Toa, you can set how many deaths are acceptable. This system allows for players to smash their face into the wall until they get it. It sounds violent, but it's important. This makes it even harder to learn when you need to survive to get experience, but also need a team willing to take you even after you die. This wasn't enough to hold the learner back. Death chests exist. These chests are where all your items go after your team members die, costing you a fee and also being extremely annoying as you have to re-gear. This isn't a huge deal, but it's one of the many paper cuts that adds to the friction when a veteran wants to take a new player along. These chests don't add anything, and it makes me ask, why do they even exist? You can say just get good, or things should be hard for them to feel rewarding. Listen, I agree. Hard is rewarding. Elden Ring is probably one of my favorite games of all times. But for something that requires a team, you need to make it at a minimum approachable, so that people can get in the door first. Games like Elden Ring can be hard and unapproachable due to their solo nature. You smash your face against the wall and not have to worry about other people's willingness to suffer the pain. I'm going to be uploading a part 2 and 3 of this video soon about how Tob can do things better, but also how, as a learner, how you can get through these tough and difficult situations. How can Tob not get new players with a soundtrack as good as this?